Welcome back to the World of Outlaws World Finals here on a Speed. We take a look at the top five. Shannon Babb, Clint Smith, Tim McCready, Rick Eckert, and Jimmy Owens. Two drivers we don't see on there. Roger Slack is Steve Francis, who's showing in 7th, and Josh Richards, who's showing in 12th. Anticipating a restart. 3 laps are in the books. Delaware-style restart where the leader has choice all by himself up in the front row.
Yep, and then second place chooses top or bottom.
Back underway. Babb puts the foot to the firewall. Into turn number 1, he opens up a pretty good advantage as everybody scrambles behind him as they look to establish themselves early on. Here comes McCready to the inside of Clint Smith, looking to take second spot away.
You know, it's interesting. We're seeing 2 guys up front right now that you don't typically think of as slick track drivers. Shannon Babb and Tim McCready.
Oh, Timmy's usually on the top side when there's a cushion. He'll go up there. We've got Jason Fager, who's the high side hustler, but we've also got Tim McCready, who's known as top side Timmy. And Chris Madden just got around the 19, and here comes Kid Rocket, looking to get around the 19 of Steve Francis as well.
All he has to do is stay in front of that 19 car, and he's got this championship sewn up.
Right in front of them is Dale McDowell in the 17M, working it into turn number 3 and 4. This is the battle on the Speedway for 10th and 11th. Give it to Francis by a half car length.
And what we're going to see with those two, they both have rocket chassis. They both have very similar equipment, so this is going to come down to driver and setup.
And you know they're going to give each other plenty of room. Now entering the fray, Scott Bloomquist, the 0 car. Working it off the turn. Sarah Jane Hunt, you have more.
Yes, guys, we talked a lot about the equipment here and the wear and tear on these cars over the past couple of days. Josh told me this morning he went over that car with a fine-tooth comb. They went through, they replaced a lot of little parts, wanting to make sure that nothing happens here tonight that's out of his control behind the wheel of that race car.
Can you outthink yourself sometimes in these instances?
Well, certainly you can, but preparation is always the key to success.
Watching this battle, championship implications. Francis in the 19, the white number 19 machine out of Ashland, Kentucky.
And as they are right now, well, now the 1 car is getting in front of the 19, but if Francis doesn't win the race, he has to beat Josh by 2 positions.
Right now, he is not doing that as Kid Rocket will put the number 1 machine in front. The driver out of Shinston, West Virginia, looking for his first World of Outlaws Late Model Series win and looking to give his dad, Mark Richards, his first championship since 1983 when he and Rodney Combs won the NDRA title together.
Wow, Rodney Combs.
That's a long drought.
Sure is. Old great days of the NDRA.
Richards now goes to work on the 44 of Chris Madden as he rides at 9th. Dale McDowell in the 17M right in front of them, driving the Clint Boyer-owned machine. Madden, he doesn't care about this championship chase. He's looking to keep the position.
No, he's trying to get wins because he wants to get back up there and get tied with Bloomquist for the most number of wins here.
That's right, Chris Madden, 4 wins here at Lowe's. Sarah Jane Hunt, you have more.
Just talking to Chris Madden, you know he can run really well here, like you just mentioned, but the key for him tonight, he has this car set up for long runs. So he wants to see this green stay out as long as possible so he can catch those guys up front.
Bringing him off of corner number 4, Kid Rocket still holding on with Madden. We're back to the leader. This is Shannon Babb in the number 18, looking to put Kenny Schrader in the number 9 down 1 to the lap counter.
He is, but sneaking right up behind him is number 39, Tim McCready.
McCready, second-generation driver out of Watertown at New York, holding on to the 2 spot as he is right there within 2 car lengths. Now works the bottom. Let's see if he can get around Schrader as Babb really pushes up off of 4.
I'm really impressed with how the track is opened up and we're getting to see a lot of passing, a lot of different groups. It's really turned out a lot better than I thought it was going to earlier.
T-Mac in the number 39, no stranger to victory lane here at the dirt track at Lowe's. As a matter of fact, he has a win here in the big block modified division back in 2002.
Yep, Timmy's been racing here since he was a kid. His dad raced here. They've been both racing against each other, had some pretty good runs here.
And let's give a shout out to the McCready family. Of course, his dad, Barefoot Bob McCready, enshrined in the Hall of Fame down here at the dirt track.
Yep, walk in and you can put your foot right in barefoot.
Babb continues to lead through traffic, and here comes McCready to the inside as they work their way into turn number 3 and 4. McCready on the bottom. Babb almost bounces it off the white knuckle zone. And Shannon Babb holding on to the number 1 position. You see the stat, 1 win in 2009. That was $20,000 worth of wins back at the Battleground Speedway.
Yep, and got to hop on Hondo there at Victory Lane.
Oh yeah, the big bull. McCready still right there. Now he's trying to get around his teammate, Vic Coffey, in the number 32C, and heavy traffic for Babb one more time as they head into turn number 3 and 4.
You know, we've talked about the air on the sprint cars before. We mentioned it a little bit with the late models. That front nose on a late model, that basically measures about 36 square feet. So they've got all that downforce on the front. It's interesting to see that the passing has started when they've gotten a lap traffic. So they've got into dirty air and they're starting to catch. And here we go with a pass right here.
Everybody's looking to dream of the win, but there's someone looking to create a nightmare. That is Jimmy Owens, the Newport Nightmare, out of Newport, Tennessee, right on the back bumper of Tim McCready as they battle for position number 2.
This is fantastic. McCready went from having a nose in front of Babb to then being third.
In just a couple of laps, so the track is changing, obviously. Tim McCready has changed his lines as well, trying to keep the pace with Babb.
Yeah, it's really starting to get rough and tumble in a good way.
Owens in the number 20 to the inside of McCready, looking to use McCready's teammate in the pick and roll, and he will do so. Jimmy Owens now your new second-place car.
And that's a Bloomquist car, and he has had a lot of success here before. He won $26,000 here one man.
To update you on our championship chase, Josh Richards currently in 9th. Steve Francis riding back in position number 11. So right now, Kid Rocket has a firm handle on the championship for 2009. As we click off lap number 25, we're halfway home, and Owens isn't finished yet. He's going to go after Babb for the lead into turn number 3.
Jimmy has had a ton of speed here for a number of years, but had a ton of bad luck year after year after year, event after event. He wants to desperately get back into victory lane here.
Babb had trouble getting around Tommy Kerr as the 20 of Owens a little smoother that time through the back straightaway. Once again, Owens tiptoes on the bottom. He'll pull even terms. He'll have the lead by a nose.
Crowds on their feet, top and bottom. There's nothing better than dirt late model racing like that.
Babb able to keep the top side as they work their way off of corner number 2. He will remain the race leader, but Owens is much better in turn number 3 and 4.
It's going to be a chess match. They're going to be out there dodging each other, but dodging the lap cars.
Babb continues to work the top side. Owens moves up a groove to try and get around the number 9K. That is Mike Knight out of Ripley, New York. Right now, he's the jam car in the middle of this battle for the number 1 position. And to say Jimmy Owens has had a great season would be an understatement. He won the Dream out at Eldora. That paid him $100,000, and he picked up the Topless here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, and he won the Dream in spectacular fashion, beating not just Scott Bloomquist, but Tony Stewart for the win.
That is a Bloomquist chassis underneath the Owens number 20, a Rocket chassis underneath the Babb, a number 18 machine. As we click off lap number 31, that time by, and traffic once again, Rookie of the Year title contender, that is Russell King out of Bristolville, Ohio, in the red number 56, going down 1 lap. Plenty of action coming your way, more from the dirt track at Lowe's. This is the World Finals for the World of Outlaws right here on Speed.